Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Very important to read the disclosure. Some traders cannot handle winning and losing. So please try to be on a sim as long as needed before you decide to use real money. Normally, we start at 10 o'clock, and now there is a few minutes before 10. And yesterday, the market was extremely choppy. And today we can see it's losing up a little bit. And yesterday, after the YouTube, we're done. I closed Ninja Trader. There's nothing to look at. I don't know what happened later on in the afternoon, but I couldn't find anything to trade on yesterday. The yesterday chop was extreme. So now today is losing up a little bit. And it seems like we have some serious movement. We, for the ones that just visit us the first time, we are running three automated to trade. The market analyzer is have a three different kind of automated to trade: ATM strategy, and a fully automated. For the ones that would like to follow at your own risk, you follow the signals coming here on that market analyzer, give you the direction, the entry price, target, pullback re-entry numbers, and it tell you for every trade how much you made. The market analyzer, it runs every day on 1 minute. There is no different in the time frame, and then one lot only. So what you see right here as an example on the Nasdaq, there is $280 is based on one contract, only based on 1 minute. The same story on the stocks. You can automate your stocks or forex. We are using $10,000 mini account forex. It's the same principle. You can follow the signal. They are based on 1 minute. The market analyzer is based on a scalping. Here, the blue one says a scalp 1 minute. We use every day the same time frame. We use 1 minute or 150 ticks. 150 ticks for aggressive trading, and 1 minute is for conservative trading. At the end, here is your controller, Ninja Trader 8 controller. Those are the swing trading. So those are the swing trading. This is the scalping, and here is your price action. For the ones follow me on the DAX, which what makes me wake up every morning earlier than anyone, is the automated DAX. Yesterday, I did not take any trades on the DAX. Today was losing up a little bit. So this is today trade on the DAX. I always share my 1 minute because I love the 1 minute on the DAX. Normally, we nail the target on the first trade. I'm not saying every day, but my daily target on the DAX 1 minute is 1,000. You're not going to be getting it every day, but it is, for some reason, it is very stable on 1 minute. However, we have some different DAX on a different time frame where sometimes they make 3 times more or 4 times more. This is a 288 ticks made almost the same. Sometimes the 1 minute make more money than the 288 ticks, and sometimes the 288 ticks make more money than the 1 minute. Is irrelevant as long as the auto trade is stable and consistent. It doesn't matter today you make more or less from a different time frame. But this is what I like. I like the 1 minute, the DAX. And the reason I like the DAX, because what you can make in one day on the DAX, maybe sometimes it takes you 1 week to make on the ES. So, and for me, being short on time, I like the DAX. I can do it in the morning, and then because doing later on, we have a lot of support, a lot of work, and all this. I don't have time to look at every single chart, but that's why I like the DAX. You can finish your job early in the morning, and then you can turn around and do whatever it takes you for the rest of the day, whatever business you have, and then you get it over with. So that's why very fast. Usually the DAX is very fast. one, two, three trades, it's done. If this market moving, you'll be making money. If it's this market moving, you will not. But then it's done and over. Then it's much better for me to sit for 8 hours behind the computer trying to fuzzle between bars and trying to figure out uh, how is this market going. Today the market is losing up a lot. Yesterday was completely flat, and we yesterday I strongly advised a lot of traders not to take any trades. If they want to be on a sim, be on a sim, because yesterday the chop, and if you're not a trained trader, you don't understand what's going on, then you will be better off to stay on the side, not to trade and get yourself in trouble. That's just, the best things to do. There is one thing I like to show about the ES. This is really something because the summer is over, and why we're having this little chop in the market. If we This is your daily chart ES. I'm not gonna put all the technical. There is a lot of technical things you can do on a daily chart, but I don't want to get into it. But if we notice on the daily chart on the ES, just like to remind you what happened in January. In January, we have here it was the high, and it was on one. It was on 129, 2018, and right now we are heading the high on. And look where is this number right now on the ES is right at your fib line. Look at this. Now, here is the $1 million question. Are we able to break that line? And we're going to be testing the 1975 ES. This is a very serious business, folks. For the ones don't know that, um, I traded the ES. Now is 2,918. When we were trading the ES in Switzerland, the ES was 610. Yes, it was 610 when I started trading the ES. And back then it was no mini ES, it was the big ES. And I bought two ES to trade on a daily basis. Bought the ES, not renting like what you're doing with immersion. Back then, the ES, I believe, I mean, this is years ago, when the ES cost 24,000, as I believe, in the early 90s. I don't quote me on those numbers, either 18,000 or $24,000. And I used to trade the big ES because it was no mini ES through the satellite, and the price on the ES back then was 24,000 to own the ES, one lot, and then I was using two lot. So in the early 90s, we were making 10 times more money than what we are doing right now on the ES, because after the net, the prices has smoothed out a lot, and now we have people go in and out in milliseconds. But back then, it used to be a lot of volatility, and you can get a really an average daily target on the ES was just manual trade, just like this chart here. Nothing, no indicator, no color. You could have back then on an e-signal to color the bars, but that was confusion, and easily making 1,000 on one point and call it off. And I believe back then those are the good days. It's not an average a month was between 45, $50,000 a month's profit. Right now, those numbers disappeared during those years. But I remember the average profit on the ES used to be between 40, 45,000 a month. And now those numbers in 2018, it looked like is imaginary number. But for those guys, I don't know who's out there. I don't collect, but for those older guys, they've been around since then. They remember there used to be better days. Even on a sloppy day, you can sit down and make couple ticks. On every tick, you make $100 or $200 on the big ES, and you sit down all day long going with a plus minus one tick, and then you at the end of the day, even a night before a Christmas, you can trade, and you still can make a couple thousand on a just a scalping, even when there is nobody in the market. Now it is a total different. Now the tick we are dealing with is a 1250, but back then it was $100. So this is a different ball game, and so today I was looking, trying to see what is causing this chop in the market and a flat. Maybe it is due through minor correction. We have a strong president, like to see the market is going. We but So I was trying to see what the hell is going on in this market, and that is explaining a lot. We are on the highs now. This is a new numbers, and it is probably due for uh, minor correction. I cannot say major correction because uh, people are happy with the results. People, I mean, the companies are different right now. But the question is, are we going to be able to touch the 22 level? And that it is really something really. I don't want to go through the technical. This is your daily chart on and if we notice right now, there is a little more to it, to the daily, to look at beside those, but I don't want to get you confused. Nobody is going to be trading daily, or probably most of you do not own an ES. But if you see, we are right at the target and we are out of the band on a daily chart, and this is a new number. So this is a really, and the things is, if we notice here, we have a reversal. You don't see it because of the target, but right now we are hitting the targets on those daily charts, and this is an institutional's numbers, folks. So that's why I'm trying to share this information with you. Those numbers are institutional, and the chart is daily. And now we are at the extreme high on the ES, is a new numbers. So and there is a reversal, and we are already hit the institutional numbers. So what I'm trying to say, and I'm not asking you to trade a daily chart, but I'm expecting that could be this week. We're gonna see some little bit of drop, and it could be the drop back to the 73.50 probably by next week. So there is a little correction in here, and that is good. That is healthy, because this is gonna make the market move for us, and that it is very acceptable. So just trying to give you an idea what's going on the ES, but I'm not gonna ask you to trade the daily chart, because you gotta hold positions for uh, quite time. Now, another things I would like to cover on the Nasdaq. Now we are finished with the daily chart, so keep your eye on those numbers. On the daily chart is 2250. It is very interesting to see if this ES is going to be rejected from this line as we are right now, or we are going to be facing uh, some new highs, and it could be 2250. So this is really something to see. This is the Nasdaq on the signal has took that trade. If we notice right now, we are totally out of the wood, out of the chop market here. One of the things you can see, which we covered on Monday, and our members, about a breakout pullback re-entry, on and on and on. I'm trying to show you, once we get out of this mess here, this is a one messy place to trade. So whether you are auto trading or manual trading, you're gonna dive in right into the trouble. So this areas here, when you see those like this, that's mean wait. You cannot do anything or try to find another instruments to trade. And now, if we look at this, when the market start uh, giving us a run, what happened to the market? Pullback, re-entry, and this is exactly where is the re-entry. Another things, especially for an auto traders trying to use a swing trading, when you start your auto trade in those area here, you're looking for trouble. It could be the market is gonna be go ahead and pull it, break every line and break it out, or you could be diving in to a lot of problems like this area here. So especially for an auto trading, now if I wanted to auto trade, that is I wake up in the morning and I see this market has broke all those lines and is a very clean area to trade from. And this is where it is the most uh, uh, this is where the most profit you will be able to make on your any kind of auto trade, because in a way you are out of the wood, you are out of those chop market. Don't need a brilliant trader to see when there is trouble on the trade, or when there is a really clearance. And if you see here how this Nasdaq was one straight line diving in to a lot of problems, and all of a sudden now on the news it just decided to break out. That is explaining. Now look, it is a very nice clear, the sky is clear, and this is very nice to start doing some scalping, or if you wanted to do some manual trading, or if you wanted to use an auto trade, it is gonna be much better, much better area to start trading on it. And let me show you the example. If we look on the scalper, the 1 minute, we are already hit $1,000. Just it takes a couple of three trades, and then you are all the way up on $1,000. So this is not um, you are immediately gonna see that on the auto trade, and I will dig on the Nasdaq, and you will see all the Nasdaq's auto trades are doing very fine. So this is gonna give you a lot of clearance. If I get up in the morning, or if any of our members getting up in the morning and they see the Nasdaq in this mess, wait till we find a better area to jump in the market. Today the market is moving. If we noticed yesterday on the scalpers, we had half of the instruments. It is, if you look at the video yesterday, half the instruments that were in a red like a Christmas tree. Today, the market is moving, and they're both in the same area in a way. If we notice on the scalpers, the 150 ticks or the 1 minute, they are going very smoothly. Another things for the trader can do in the morning, when you get up, you want to kick the tires to see if I want to auto trade, manual trade, or I need to stay away. There is nothing wrong to be staying away if you don't like what to see, what you are looking at. But also immediately look at your market analyzer, trying to see if this ES. Right now we have a little problem because the ES is into the long position. Those are the signals, and there is a thousands of codes based on those signals. So for me, visually, I can go on the technical side. As an example, I can visually, or if you want to eyeball a chart or something, I can see there is a pullback. I can see it very loud and clear where is the entry. I know where is my target. This is an auto trade took. That's not me. This is the price action took that trade. The Nasdaq, the price action from here took that trade. It's not me. So, but this is for me. I can take that trade. Now we can see we have a projection exactly at the 60350. Now, for the guy came in, got up in the morning, okay, and he's trying to find a trade. He cannot find a trade, or this is this is a very nice entry. If you want to try it on a sim, this is a very nice, genuine entry. Is a pullback and is supported by projection. So there is one option here. If you are more conservative, this is one more option, is 99.25. Target final destination is right there. There is nothing to discuss. Target is right there, is 76.16. There is two options. The smart traders, what they do, if you, because the Nasdaq is cheap, I don't go on two contracts immediately. I will initiate one trade right there, and I will take the second trade right here, right there. So if the first trade, this one here, did go to my favor, I dismiss this one, and I know what is my target. If this market didn't hold on that line, that's why, guys, I told you this is your best $35 investment in this market. On this one here, if this market didn't hold on the projection, absolutely, because we have a double support line, the market will be projecting from those areas here. Not unless if there is some huge sell orders coming in or something. There is nothing called 100% in the traded. Not today, not tomorrow, not in our lifetime. There is nothing 100% guaranteed in this market. There is no guarantee in this market. But what we can say is the percentage. If I take that trade here and it goes to my direction, I know where is my destination. However, if the market drop and this market did not hold in this area here, then when I see double support line, that's mean I am protecting myself by taking a limited order, one more trade right there, or take this trade only to that number here. So even yesterday, I showed you with the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones, it was nothing. I think it was yesterday I called two trades, one ES and one. It didn't move a lot, but you could have picked up $150 from it. Today, this is an entry where you should not be letting it go. Why? It's a clean, sky. There is no problems here. You see, this is a trouble right there when you are trying to auto trade. You're diving into right into a problem. So now let me see if whoever followed me on that trade. I said is it the 1650. I'm gonna put it a little bit up because this is not this is belong to the auto trade. This auto trade here. I don't want to mess with it, but I'm gonna leave this one here. There is more buyers coming in on that trade. Now I'm getting much more support on that Nasdaq at 0750, and now we are climbing exactly to the number I was telling you. Yeah. And you can see it is. So there we go, guys. Look exactly where we nailed it. Exactly where we nailed it. So what I'm trying to the message, whoever followed me on that trade, I gave you the entry and I gave you the exit exactly where. You are in charge with the market. You're not letting this market dragging you left and right and be making a big mess out of you. This is where we said to enter. The first one, the second one to enter here, exit here. I know the destination on that trade. Before you take a trade, you should know where is your destination. And there we go, guys. Look, right on time. This is power in the trading when you know we cannot predict all the time the market. The market is gonna poke us once in a while, and they enjoy poking us with this. But what I'm saying is, 8 out of 10, if we can be in control with that trade, even on a chop market, uh, we still can get our bread from that market with a very simple money. Doesn't have to be a major money. It's not how much money you have in your account, is how much you know in this market. So that's why when I have a new traders coming in, they ask me how much I should invest. I said, I don't care if you have 10,000 or $5,000 or a $50,000. At the beginning, I don't want you to start no more than one contract on any kind of instruments you like until you get the habits how to trade, manage, and to understand if this market today not willing to give us money, then to stay the hell out. I don't do that very often, close Ninja Trader until the market closed. Yesterday, I just said, what the hell with it? After we are done with the YouTube live, I immediately closed everything on Ninja and I had a white screen. I didn't want to look at the market anymore. I don't want to get in trouble with the market. So this is something, if you don't like what you see today, skip it. 100 times chicken than to be one suicidal. I mean, don't let your account get wounded. Just try to protect your account and uh, uh, try to protect for whatever you make. Right now, if we see on the scalpers is just igniting and going where yesterday the scalpers they were nightmare. Half of them they were in red, and you have seen that uh, on our video yesterday. And the fun part, this is the ES. We'll cover the ES. The sad parts about it, I was laughing. Absolutely, I showed yesterday. Here is the joke story about it. Yesterday, I showed the traders it was nothing in this market, and it was not a tradable, whether you are a 10 years old trader or 10 months old trader, whether you have an auto trade or not an auto trade. Yesterday was flat, chop, troublemaking. Sure enough, after this market closed, as I said before, they sit in the corner doing the trading hours. They cannot show their faces, and everybody can show their faces after the fact. Sure enough, it was people coming out after the fact, showing the auto trade didn't have a problem all day long. And that is not true. Maybe one chart made it. What about the other 80 charts you have on the side didn't make it? So again, I was laughing how anybody cannot see it was a chop yesterday and I come out with a YouTube video saying the auto trade didn't have a problem. Every single guy yesterday was auto traded, lost money, whether you are using our system or using anybody's system. Every single trader yesterday doing the trading hours when we were on a YouTube yesterday from 10 o'clock to 11:15 yesterday, any single guy was using an auto trade, he was in a disaster trading. Any guy trading manually yesterday, he was losing money. And then at the end of the day, somebody come and tell me it was no problem. That's mean he had no clue what happened in the market today. He's just showing one or two charts and call it off. Let's go back on the we nailed the Nasdaq as expected. The ES, this is on the swing trading on the price action automated trade. I did not take that trade. As you notice here, the auto trade took that entry and uh, and it hit the target exactly if to the line, and uh, it seems like it's trying to do some major breakout. We will see. The problem, let me give you a clean picture here on the ES. I'm having a problem moving the chart. My internet using the YouTube is sucking all the net on. If we notice, if we look in the clear picture, what's going on the ES, this is the target on the price action right there. But if we notice here, every time you see a double support or a double resistance, that's is trouble. The market is gonna retrace. So right now we are at that level. We and this is a high level, as I showed you. So those are the highest numbers for this year. So it's very interesting to see what the ES is going. What is the ES is gonna do? Those are the highest of the year today. So let's see what will the outcome on the ES. It seems like it's not gonna give up. It's gonna keep climbing to new numbers. Oh boy, we are climbing to new numbers. I want to show you something, guys. Yesterday around this time on the swing trading, around this time yesterday, the swing trading, the highest number we had around a couple $100 on the swing trading. And the reason is the market was not moving. Now you can see on the NASDAQ, the swing trading 500 30-year NASDAQ. So you can see there is a small movements here. And I mean, it's not a really major movement, but it is much better than yesterday. And then we can see on the scalper, if you look the video yesterday, the scalpers they were struggling, and if we notice today, they all is like sitting on a highway and flying. There is no turning back on those scalpers. So right now on this Nasdaq, we are at the resistance line. That's exactly where we have called that trade for you. That's exactly what we have called. Now, where is going this Nasdaq? The Nasdaq is going back to retest the 605. 605. This is another chance. Now start getting the gap bigger on the Nasdaq. So keep your eye if you want to try the Nasdaq. Let's see what will happen when we come in to the 605, and then we can make a decision if this a re-entry or we're going to be conservative and re-enter the market from the 99 level. So we'll keep our eye on those and see what will happen. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful short on the Nasdaq. I missed it. So for the ones we have been covering to our traders, I have told you that it's not unusual even on a chop market like today. If you look at the Nasdaq, for some reason, that price action, the most performance instruments on it is the Nasdaq, and this is to your benefits because the Nasdaq, and then right after the Nasdaq comes the DAX. It's not unusual for that system on the Nasdaq to get around 90 ticks a day on the Nasdaq. I'm saying it's not unusual, but you cannot tell me every day it has to. No, not every day it has to make that kind. But it's not unusual to see the Nasdaq on 90 to 170 ticks a day based on the signal. This is not unusual for the Nasdaq, but you cannot expect it to be every day. But if you go, we are now going live on YouTube every single day. Try to go, and we are using the same time frame and we are using the same timing. So if you go back to the all other videos we are doing every day, you will find the Nasdaq has the best performance and is the average is around 90 to 100 ticks a day on the Nasdaq based on one contract, folks. One contract. So if I don't know how to trade, I don't know how to read the market, there is tons of different way I can cut around that. But I have to be a little bit more, working to find solution for myself, staying sitting behind my desk waiting on support to help me. So you can always find a way, even if you have a handicap with your trading or emotionally. We all have handicaps somewhere. I have a handicap. I'm a stubborn man, and my worst enemy in my trading is not. I'm not an aggressive. I know what's going on, but my handicap. I'm a very stubborn man, and sometimes if I get my head to a trade, I never back up, and that it hurts me a lot sometimes. And I don't realize that sometimes I'm making a mistake. I'm not greedy. I know when to stop. I know when to get in the market. My handicap is I'm stubborn, and that is not good for the market. Another guy handicap is very greedy. Another guy he don't know the market. So each one of us have a little problem somewhere somehow. And at the end of the day, trading is personality. So now the Nasdaq is. Let me see the Nasdaq. There is no entry. We're gonna wait on the Nasdaq. If you're trying to catch an entry, we will see. Uh, okay, well, there is another way we can take a immediate entry on the Nasdaq. This one is an auto trade. I'm not gonna be mess with it. You can follow me on that trade. Take a short trade at 1625. 1625 short. Let me try to pull so I can follow you on this one. Follow me on the sim, guys. I'm not asking it. We're not allowed to call a trade on a live, but you're very welcome to follow me on that trade. I'm gonna pull up another chart to follow you with it. So there is always we can find a trade. So this is the trade we called is one trade. What I like about those folks, what I like about those trade, they're not expensive. They're not. Your stop loss is right above this number here, 1850 somewhere. And even if you have a smaller account, you're gonna survive. So we're gonna leave it on the side. Destination right there, right here. You're very welcome to follow me on that on a sim. If you play those cards, let's say you lose one trade on this, the second one will make it, the third one will make it, and you're not investing too much money in the stop loss. You know? This is the auto trade is doing this. This is the Nasdaq, and I believe the ES start making a new numbers. Let me see. Sure enough, then the ES trying to break a new numbers. And if we notice on the scalpers, if we notice on the scalpers, both of them almost the same numbers. The 1 minute and the 150 ticks, they're both on the same numbers. And it seems like the ES is climbing to the 904, but I will not recommend you to take any more long trades on the ES. This is an ES. The price action has took that trade on the ES. Um, Look, we have on the ES 904. We have The second one here is 900450. We have a double resistance, and we are driving into this yellow area. The yellow area means there is no more trade in those yellow area. Yellow. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. This yellow area here. Once we get it, we have two of them. You should not be taking a short trade in here, and you should not be taking a long trade. This is a dangerous area. I don't believe in overbought, oversold indicators, but those here are a bit different. This is where the critical area, even if you are auto trading, you're gonna have a problem anything above those numbers here. So I'm expecting the ES not to cross those here, and I'm expecting a little bit back to the 900. Those all new numbers. So uh, this is the high of this year. So I'm not sure we're gonna be break those numbers. I doubt it. Let's see if this market gonna surprise us or not. The Nasdaq is on the auto trade 121, 120 ticks on the Nasdaq. So let's see. Let's see if this ES gonna break it. That is gonna make a direct impact on this trade on the Nasdaq. We called it for you on a sim. So I have not forgot that trade. I'm keeping my eye on it to see if this ES gonna break those new level, it's gonna have a direct impact on your Nasdaq. And if this trade fell to break those level, that trade here is gonna drop like a banana all the way down here. So now what we are doing, we're keeping our eye on that ES to see if we break that numbers here, we are about to lose that trade. And if this number not able to cross it, that's why I said those FIPS, $35 FIPS, those are the best investment you ever get on them. And it's not promotion, believe me. So let's see the outcome on that trade. The auto trade also, you can see on the swing trade, and we have 590, 470, and the 30-year Treasury bond DAX ES 375. I will try to cover all those on the swing trading later. I just want to keep my eye on this ES to see if we are going to be crossing those level here. To all our traders, sometimes we have some traders asking me to send a link on a YouTube. I sometimes I cannot do that, but every morning at 10 o'clock Eastern time, you log in on that channel, and you will see there is okay, we have an event, and then you can log in. So you don't need to wait on me sending you a link or asking me for a link. The ES broke that trade, broke that area. This is amazing. We are at the highs. Those are all new numbers. Amazing market. Okay. You see what is this line here? This is your resistance line, 904.50. Let's see what will happen. And it's obvious if we look at the 150 takes a scalper and the 1 minute scalper. Okay, that trade on the Nasdaq we need to close is finished. We have a new breakout. It's not gonna make it. Let's look what happened to the. Oh man, where is this market going? This is trade was made from the this one here, the market analyzer, the price action, and this one too. The ES is from the price action automated trade, and this is crazy. Wow, I don't know where we're going with this. Jesus. Okay. Man, I'm gonna put those two together. This is the ES, and this is the Nasdaq. So this is we have a new signal right now on the YM, an entry buy entry at 61.26. A new entry on the YM, 61.27. No, I'm sorry, this is the target. Is 60.89 is your entry. I just saw it, a new signal on the YM. Here is your entry number, 6089. We will cover it as well. Your target is 61.27 on that one, on the YM. This is your automated trade. And the 150 ticks and the 1 minute, almost the same numbers. One of them is market order, the other one is limited order, and they are working. Now we have the NASDAQ. This is the technical side. And this ES, I don't know where is this ES going, but you cannot take long on the ES anymore. Let's look at the YM, a new signal. We just had a new signal on the YM. Okay. The YM is still a flat, folks. The entry is 0, 60.89. For if it's anybody out there, uh, if you look at your chart on the 1 minute, you can see why your YM is stuck. Let me. On your YM, if you notice, you have a double resistance line right there, and it's having a hard time to get out of those double line. That's why it's stuck, because those resistance line. But the ES is doing fine, and if it's anybody following the ES, let me try to see. If you want to take a trade on the ES, wait. All those numbers are new. This is coming from the automated swing trading. So, excuse me. If you want to take a trade on the ES, try to take it at 907 on a sim. Trying to take the because it's too late to take a trade with the trend, so you will have an entry around 907. Mark the ES on 907 short on the sim, please. This is an ES. The market is extremely strong. This is the NASDAQ 500. So $720 on one trade on 1 minute. Okay, let me see the other do that. Okay, this is the only trade I can find is the 907 short, folks, because this is what time? It's 10:36. So this is very genuine. 907. You can put it on a sim. Follow me on that one. NASDAQ. We have not covered too much on the swing trading. We will, but I'm keeping my eye on those trades here, the NASDAQ, and we have two NASDAQ on the swing trading, also made 700. So we will look at it. And we have an ES made 500. This is your swing trading here. And this is funny, both of them 22, the scalpers, and 20. None of the systems require optimization, that's for sure. So on the ES, this is the only trade I can find is 907. This is the only trade I can find 907 short on the ES. This is the very high. I'm not sure it's going to break it. Not at the moment, anyway. Where is this market? Let me see. Jesus. Okay. That's why I don't like the full automated on it because you still can take it much as you want all the way up. So we are coming to this number 907. Try it short 907 ES. The stop the stop loss is only a few ticks above that. Also, we are coming. It's the same number, and let's see the Nasdaq. Also, we're gonna have a bumper on the Nasdaq at 33.75. I'm putting it on the next level. If you want to go up, can go up, but this is the opposite of what happened yesterday. Welcome to trade and nothing we can do. So this is just yesterday we were using the same system and we couldn't get anything out of it. Today is like this is where I can call in a trade short, guys. Put it on the sim. This is where we called it short. 907. This is where we called it short. Your target is around 904. That will give you $150. After $150, close it. Don't look at the number. $150, close it. This NASDAQ, we are on the same trade on the NASDAQ based on 1 minute. Right now, we are 168 ticks based on 1 minute, one contract, one lot. The new entry on the one also we called on the YM. Now start to break in those lines. We showed you there is a double resistance. That's why it was having a problem. And now we are, Jesus, man, I've never seen anything like this. We are, haven't wanted to watch the news, see the news, the reports. Oh, it's 10. Okay. So now everything is out of the way. Let me see. I think all the inventory, everything is out of the way by now. 10:30 usually the inventory. Okay, there is no more news for rest of the day. The inventory at 10:30 is out of the way. The okay, there is no more new lines. There is no more surprising. I think the market is done for today, and this is a double resistance on the ES, and we have reached the highs of to the year, and I think we're gonna have a little correction back to the 0.4, just a little pullback. It's amazing how strong this market is. I mean, those are the new numbers, really scary numbers. So we'll see. This is the high of this year. 908, 908. Wow, serious business. We didn't see that numbers from January, the end of January. We didn't see those numbers. Amazing. Surprise in this market. The new signal, we told you it was a new entry on the YM. Now it started breaking out, and we still fresh on that last signal. So we're gonna see some movement also on the YM, hopefully. But today the ball game was Nasdaq ES. They were very amazing. Look, folks, on the ES. Uh, well, the Nasdaq is just taking off. It's very scary to go long here anymore. So there is only short. We have a two reversal. We have the new numbers on the ES. I'm not sure. I want to dive into long in those trades, but the Nasdaq is extremely strong. Let's see. Wow, I'm so glad the auto trades took those trades today. Nasdaq on one of the swing trading took 12. 20. I will look at it. I just want to keep my eye on those two. Where in the hell is Nasdaq going? I have no idea. And look at the ES. It's fixing to break out. I would not take long here, guys. It's finished. It's scary to take. The market is going to retrace a little bit. I don't know when. It should be retracing from here. I mean, 0.8, we're expecting to retrace from 0.7. Now we are 0.8, two reversal fired up. I don't want it to touch it except short on that ES. And the Nasdaq, it seems like nothing is holding on the Nasdaq, but technically this ES has to go back to those area a little bit. And I don't see any breakout above the 908. I will not take any breakout above 908. It's scary. Uh, so this is very interesting day. Yesterday we were running a dry, and today you just the market is giving you takes from everywhere. Very generous day today. Okay, now we start making sense on the Nasdaq, on the ES, and now we are just pulling back, a pullback, but it's about time to have a pullback. Resistant, reversal, two reversal signal. Watch out for the 907. If we can break this 907, that's mean we're dropping back to the 904. If this 907.25 hold on, we are in a very much sideways market. The reason is the market trended very well, and now it is about profit taking. Timing is 1047. That is gonna drive the market sideways. A lot of it chops. Now those numbers are way out of our reach. Is become. I mean, let me see if the scalper's taking any long. Okay, not even the scalper's taking long. Okay, but those numbers right now become a dangerous number. The Nasdaq, there is no stop on the Nasdaq. So, guys, this is the benefits when you are using an ATM. No matter what you do, you still can extend the target. I mean, and uh, for days like this, when the market have no attention to stop, and when you don't use the fully automated to trade, you use the ATM. That days like this, you say, "I'm so glad I'm not using the fully automated. I'm controlling the trade," and that is gonna make a big difference. Because if you were on the same system on a full automated, you would have exited a long time ago at 721.50 because the target was somewhere around that at the start, and then the targets start going up. So with the automated trade, you would have closed this trade long time ago. But the benefits when you are in control and let the auto trade take in those trades, and you are controlling the trailing stop and the target on a day like this, no matter what you do, the market does not want it to reject, does not want to give up. They want to keep climbing. So this is your benefits, and this is your lucky day if you are in those trades. Right now, if we want to look at the market analyzer, based on the last entry, last signal, the ES nailed 34 ticks, 211 ticks on the Nasdaq, 10 ticks on the YM. We were struggling with the double resistance. I showed it to you, and now start going. 4 ticks on the 30-year Treasury bond. Don't spend it anywhere. Russell 17 ticks. Gold totally south, minus 100. And DAX is just fresh new entry. 6E 56 ticks. Silver and the CL is down 12 ticks. A total of 322 ticks. The same system yesterday, we were what? Plus 20, 30 ticks, and it is the same system. So that tells you not every day is your auto trade or your system. Uh, Sometimes the market is very is not about to give you any money. And this is the Nasdaq trade. This is a clean chart. Now we are coming. I mean, way, way, way overdue right now. But we are at 43. This is one thing is irritate me when you are using a trailing stop. Try to put it below the support line if it's above, because there is a chance this market is going to come to the support line at 33.75 and then go back and retest in the 43. Not unless if you want a close position, you don't care, then you go ahead and keep it where the auto trade put it. But I mean, I would like to take it down a little bit. Hopefully, if the support line will hold at 33 level, maybe there is some another breakout surprising. I'm not sure about. Let's look at the ES. The ES is about to stop 800 based on two contracts, and the market analyzer is one contract is 400. So we are at this critical area with the ES, so I'm not gonna be touching anything with it. But those area here is to start looking for short entries. It's finished. It's over. Those noises right now is irrelevant. The trend is over. And if we look at the Nasdaq trade in a clear chart, this is 43. The question is if this 33.75 gonna hold. I'm sorry, guys. I have the flu today. And the ES is over. All those new numbers I'm not sure about. And be careful with the ES on the 907. So if you want to reverse this ES, you want to take a short trade. Uh, okay, two things we can do. You can short it as early as possible, or you wait on this ES to break out the 907.25, and probably this one is safer for you to break out those numbers. Once they break out the 907 on the first pullback re-entry, we can nail a short trade. But first, we need to see breakout and pulling back, and then we can take this entry short on the 907, and then your target is around 3 points. There's not much in it. Let's keep our eye on the Nasdaq to see if this Nasdaq gonna hold at the 33.75 level, or is thinking to break out one more time. That will be really surprising me. I'm gonna be taking a break for 5 minutes, and we'll continue uh, covering what's going on today. As expected, guys, with the auto trade taking the Nasdaq, uh, we had a trailing stop was right above the line, and then I took it a little bit down. Hopefully, this line, the 33, is going to hold. But this is a beautiful trade based on one contract. You see what happened? Because the line was here, the stop loss. I pulled it right below this line, just a few ticks. Now the Nasdaq is retesting the 43.25, and this is very important to see. Are we gonna have a new numbers? And the question is, where is this ES going? This is the highest number of this year. That's amazing. For the ones in January, we had somewhere around that level in January. It's right there. It was on 129, 2018. And those are the targets hit actually. And out of the band, breaking every resistance line, the market is extremely strong. But it's become scary right now to take a trade here. It will be very healthy if we go a little bit back on the ES. That is gonna make the market move to our favor. I mean, we need this market keep moving. We don't want it to be stuck on certain numbers and not moving anymore. So we have also the Russell. If you wanted to see the Russell, uh, I don't want to complicate things. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Um, so we'll keep our eye. It is very interesting day. Very interesting day. So the Nasdaq ES, this is your become a support. The resistance become a support. Let's see where it's going, that ES. Right now, based on the last signal, we have the 35 ticks on the ES on the last trade, 203 ticks on the NASDAQ YM, 18 ticks, and the 30-year Treasury bond, 2 ticks, 27 ticks on the Russell. Gold, there must be signals just came out. On the gold, you have an entry at 098, exit target as 079. DAX, 26 ticks. The 6E, 49 ticks. Silver, 3 ticks. And the CL is on a different planet, down. Total of 334 ticks based on the last entry signal is the opposite of what we had yesterday. Amazing day today. What you see, what you get. And this is funny. The only thing has target hit today is the ES and the Nasdaq target hits. So I like to see the outcome on those trades. Both of this market refusing to die. To ES trying to climb again, and the Nasdaq. And there is nothing holding this market anymore. Nothing. No new numbers. Nothing is open. Wow. On the swing trading right now, we are in one trade 1,600, one trade 1,330, and then Nasdaq, ES, uh, DAX 30-year Treasury bond. All of them 30-year Treasury bond is moving nicely. The 30-year Treasury bond. This is the swing trading on the Nasdaq. This one here, the one right there, 1,270. This is coming from the swing trading. The swing trading took a trade at 606.25, and the price action took the trade at 88.75. So after you see the Nasdaq movement and the Nasdaq, the ES movement for today, actually the YM did not got crazy like the ES, and for some reason the YM is struggling today. It's a crazy market. Okay, now we start losing momentum. Let's see. It's 11.05. I'm still keeping my eye on the Nasdaq to see if this Nasdaq gonna break the 33.75, then let it close. The Nasdaq, let it close. I don't know if we have covered this in the room on Monday. I told you on Monday that, and here also on the YouTube, we use the Renko bar for reversals, and I was covering those three line targets, and I covered those targets even here on the YouTube. Nobody has those numbers. I said every day between 11 and 12 o'clock, because you are a retailer, you need to worry about target one and target two. And if we look at the clock right now, it's 11:05. We are right and on line with the timing. It's out of the band with the targets. And usually those daily target, you should be hitting them between 11 and 12 every day except Friday. On a Friday, they should be hitting the daily target on the first 2 hours. Okay. So um, I'm not saying they're gonna be every day perfect, but most of the days are perfect. So those are giving you estimation when the target two hit around 11:30, 12 o'clock. This is when the profit taken before the lunch time, if you want it. if you are curious how things going in the market. So there is a could be a good potential to climb before 12 o'clock today. The new number 291125 before 12 o'clock, or we're gonna be settling on the first target only 90875. The things is it's not up to us, it's up to the market movers to see what they are doing. But most of the time, once you hit target two, turn off your auto trades immediately, because once we hit the target two, there is a profit taken, and no longer it's going to go sideways. Half an hour, 1 hour, sometimes depends on the timing and the day and the market. But I'm going to stay until 12 o'clock to see if those 9, 11, 25, we're going to be hitting them before 12 o'clock, and then I will update you. Things seems like it will. The reason the Nasdaq and the ES, they are really flying today. I dragged this one here below the support line on the Nasdaq, and it seems like is holding at 35.25. Our support line is right there, 33.75. So there is a good potential, another small breakout, uh, just for the hell of it, to before the market 12 o'clock. So we're gonna keep our eye closed on those numbers. And let me see the Nasdaq also. It's not just an ES; those targets you can use. You can use those targets on a Nasdaq, CL. You can use them on any uh, given market. So let me see what's going on the Nasdaq with the reversal setting. Okay, the Nasdaq is speaking different language here. Uh, we are way above those targets, so I don't know. We'll see. They are the opposite of the ES. But also on the Nasdaq, we had a beautiful runs today. Okay, it seems like we closed the ES. The ES closed, so we only have the Nasdaq in it. No, still on it. So we're still on that trade, and the Nasdaq is trying to fly one more time. Let's go back on the ES. I'd like to show you once it hit those. There is nothing that's gonna happen. I would love to show you this. Okay, there we go. We are coming to it. They are stubborn. So let's look at this one here, folks. Target one and target two are retailers, and once we hit the target two on the ES 1125, and now it is between 11 and 12. There is nothing left uh, to trade anymore on the ES. So I'm gonna stay longer to show you that. It is very important to predict. I mean, we cannot predict everything, but we do good job predicting the next movement in the market. So 1125. Let me. If you like us, please do not forget to give us thumbs up. So we are watching the target 1125. We keep our eye on it. It's an amazing day. Really amazing day. The ES, I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Look at this, guys. I'm gonna keep my eye on it and show it to you live today. Once we hit the 11:25, some profit it will be taken. And keep your eye on the clock. It's 11:15 right now, and let's rock. Let's see what will happen. The Nasdaq is not giving up. The Nasdaq is holy Jesus. Okay, very strong market, but you cannot take any more long trades. It's finished. It's scary. It's a new numbers. You know. Look, look, guys. 11, 11:25. Now we are 10:25. We still need one more point, and now it's 11:13. Watch this. Those target practically they come between 11 and 12. Profit taken lunchtime. Once we hit those numbers, the market it will be rejecting and retesting the 0875. Watch it. Nasdaq 212 and the ES 40 ticks. Right now, based on the last contract, the last entry signal, we are up to 400 ticks. This is normal. Anything below that is not normal. Yesterday was not normal. Look at this, guys. This is, we are about to hit 11:25. 10:50. Did we hit the 11:25? We hit the 11. Let's look. This is 10:50. We need the 11:25. It hit 11, but did not hit 11:25. And now it's 10:11:15. Those are the numbers are institutionals, whether you are using a Renko bar, minutes, has nothing to do with Ninja Trader. Those are 15 minutes charts, number, institutional, target. A lot of companies been holding those numbers for so many years. And so those here, now we are 1075. We hit the 11, the high, and the target is 1125. So profit taken at 11, fine. We'll see. I mean, this one has nothing to do with an auto trade, but it is nice to know that you have them. Now it's 11, 29, 11. Look, 25, right on target. Right on target. 11:25 has hit. Now is 11:20. I doubt it very serious is going to climb to the third target because the third target is not for now. We'll see. I'm going to leave it on the side so you see it right in front of you. Why it is so important for me to know all those numbers? And we just broke it. Okay. Because seriously, they're going to the third one? I doubt it. Let's see. Cannot be. I'm very curious about today because today is very unusual runs. So I'm really curious it's gonna if they're gonna be taking the third target even before 12 o'clock. I doubt it very seriously because target two is before lunch. Let's see. I doubt it. Let's see. I'm very curious about it today. Okay, it's staying on 11. The next target is 29.15. It will be the high of the whole year. I'm not sure they're gonna be climbing it to those market movers. I doubt it are able to take it to the 9.15 today. But then again, the market surprise us every day. I doubt it very serious. And then you can see now there is a little fatigue in the Nasdaq because of the timing 11.19, and it is right now we are sitting playing cat and mouse between those resistance line at 46.75. This is from your automated trade. So right now is 11.50 on the ES. It has to be going back to the profit taking 908. Usually that's what happened before lunch. But it is an unusual day. Maybe they're gonna yank it all the way to the 9.15. We'll see. Finally, the YM start moving and reacting with the ES and with the ES and the Nasdaq. Finally, the YM right now, based on the last entry, which we call that trade for you when it was a new signal. Now we are 47 ticks on that one here. Whoever followed that signal on the YM. As you notice right now on the ES, we are at 1125 and trying to climb to the 915. I'll keep my eye on that chart and I will update you and show it to you. I'm not going to let it go because I'm curious about that too today. So we're still on that trade on the ES and we're still on that trade on the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ is going back trying to see if we can cut that 46.75. The scalpers are taking off very well. I mean, there is nothing. 2800 on the scalper, 2200, 412 on the price action. And then you can see the trades on the ES 1100, ES 1100, NASDAQ 1500. Yeah. This is the NASDAQ noises. Look at the ES. I'm going to show you. The ES, we're still here. I will be surprised if we hit the third target before, 12 o'clock, because it's not meant to be for 12 o'clock run. But now, this one here, usually the second target is between 11 and 12, except on Friday, the first 2 hours. You should be hitting target one and target two on Friday, the first couple hours. The rest of the week, between 11 and 12, you should hit target one and target two. That is not for retailers, but I'll be surprised today. Nasdaq, we are at that number 47. This is the second time is having difficulties on this trade. ES, we still on the same. Right now, we crossed the 400 ticks on the entry price based on 1 minute, one lot. The market analyzer crossed the 400 ticks. What is all this? Oh, this is coming from the Russell. Let me. This is coming from a Russell. Oh, Jesus. I'm not covering the Russells. Uh, Not too many traders trade the Russell. So I'm going to leave the Russell alone and I'm going to go back to the ES. I'm really curious about the ES making new highs. I'd like to see what will happen. What is nice about the job with the trading, every day is a new day and new surprising things. Every day there is a new surprise. You will never have a same day twice. We Nasdaq, we are stopping at 46, and we are keeping our eye on those daily target. It seems like the ES is coming with a new high. The 915, amazing market today, really amazing. Wow. Normally on the second target before 12 o'clock, profit taken, but seems like they're taking it to the 915. We'll see if they're gonna able to do that. We'll see. I'm gonna keep my eye on it, and I'm gonna be quiet for a few minutes, and if any of our members have a question, send me a message on the Skype. If you have questions about what's going on in the market, not anything else, you're very welcome. If there's any member out there that wanted to ask question, I'll be more than glad to explain it right now here in the market. Just Skype me, please. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stay quiet and we will keep our eye on the ES and NASDAQ. Keep your eye on the NASDAQ. Those are your lines on the NASDAQ. Keep your eye on the NASDAQ at 46.75. And the ES, keep your eye on the late, the high of this year, 915. If we are going to take it, most likely if this ES gonna go to those level today before 12 o'clock, that's mean we are gonna have a lot of A lot of profit taken on those numbers. Strong market, extremely strong. And now we are 443 ticks in those trades. Those noises coming from the DAX, 430, 62 on the DAX. And we have, wow. Okay, I'm gonna stay till see this ES. If we are gonna hit the 915. This is a very good question. One of well, I will explain to you, Nils. I mean, most of those companies, those big movers, Neil, they don't use Rankabar and they're not using Ninja Trader. They got their own platform and their own setting, of course. And most of the institutionals, those market movers, they have targets like you do. And those they guys control the market. And those are an institutional target where I got them long time ago when we were trading in Luxembourg. The gold and the silver, they didn't give it to me of my brown eyes. Actually, my eyes are not brown, but the so those are a 15 minutes chart, not a Ninja Trader system. But once you hit the target one, target two, it is in a way fixed price, and this is where they take those trades out, and you have them on Ninja Trader 7 now. We have not put it on Ninja Trader 8 because every time they have a new update, we have to redo everything. So it's become a headache. So we are waiting on stability with the NT8 to move everything to NT7. So those targets usually, Neil, they hit um, those numbers. What you are looking at, that's what some big firms have those numbers like you do. And those numbers, they just take those profit out sometimes on those numbers. And usually those numbers are calculated, the target one and target two for 12 o'clock. This one here has nothing to do with you. And if we notice now, I want you to watch this one. Today is a very unusual. Look at this. There is there is nothing holding this market, but most of the time, those targets, uh, most of the time you are on target one and two before 12 o'clock, except on Friday, the first 2 hours. The first 2 hours on a Friday, they are, then there is a profit taken. Once those profit taken in those area here, you will see the market goes half an hour sideways. But today it is extremely exceptional. The market is refusing to die. I don't know what they have on their mind today. I'm not. I cannot read everything, all the news, and chase and cover all the market here. But the market is strong, and on the scalpers now we hit above 3,535. Uh, there is. Oh yeah, there is one of our one of our customers. Yes, sir. On this Nasdaq, still on that auto trade, and we still on that number. Yes, sir. On that swing trading, and this is exactly what you see on the swing trading. I don't know if you are running the swing trading. Uh, One thing, sir, Ben, you have. Thank you, Neil. Ben, you have that system here, and the things is with the swing trading, like today, if this market running, that auto trade you have on the swing trading is not gonna miss any trade. And if this market not running like yesterday, close the computer and call it off for today. And I will keep running, try as much as I can on a give you an earlier prediction if we're gonna have a good run today or not. Today, I'm surprised with the markets. It's refusing to die, and every time I make a bet on it, is it just keep going and climbing much higher. But Neil, to answer your question, sir, um, I know the market is extremely unusual today, and notice, Neil, keep you have the system on NinjaTrader 7, sir. Um, uh, Look, now it's 11:34, and usually now the target 2 and 1 is should be before 12 o'clock. Today they raised it all the way to new numbers to the 15. You see that? Look at your watch. I'm surprised that they took it to the third one before 12 o'clock. Now, I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but I cannot read the news. I'm covering all markets. I'm covering three different systems: scalper, swing trading, price action, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, gold. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm screwing up here and there with, I cannot keep updated what's going on in the market, but I hope I'm doing a good job. And if you notice, Neil, I will get back to you, Ben. If you notice, Neil, I mean, I'm surprised they took it to the third level. This is not supposed to be before 12 o'clock. There is some kind of agreement. I don't want to go through those details, but we hit the third target before 12 o'clock. Now, Neil, when you're trying to auto trade, or if you are thinking about taking a trade, and everybody market, you know, and watch this, Neil. I mean, you're not a simple trader, you're a good trader. You will find this one now is now going back to target 2. That when this market right now is gonna start flirting between those two numbers, 11, 25, 15, and then they're gonna keep us busy for probably, look, now we have those all those new numbers. We have a reversal, R4, warning, take a profit. You see that? It's right on time. So this is actually uh, a profit taking, and it is if you are on most of the Ninja Trader customers, then they're not that kind of people. They own an ES. They just rent the ES. But for the day trading, this one here is gonna drive you crazy, Neil, and it's gonna drive anyone crazy. And now, if you're gonna start your auto trade, Neil, in this area now, 11:37, it's gonna drive you crazy. This market is gonna go sideways until after lunch, without a doubt. I'm really surprised they took it to the third level before 12 o'clock. I'm really shocked. But the market is strong, very strong. And except Neil, on a Friday, you should have those numbers hit their targets uh, the first 2 hours. Back to you. Okay, you're running the NT7 swing trading. Okay, Ben, whether you are running the NT7 or the NT8 is going to be plus minus one tick on the swing trading. And actually, I still like the scalping on NT7. I find it the NT7 is an old platform. NT8 is a new baby platform. They are doing extremely good job with it, but still is a new. That's the end of it, you know. And and I know it's getting very expensive every time they come out with a new. Then actually on the price action here, every time they have a new update, I'm getting a nightmare because then we have to go back on the drawing line and rechange a few things. They did change something with the ATM, so we had to redo everything again. So this is a nightmare. So I'm hoping that there is no major updates on the NT8 except bug fixing. This is different, and then we can start moving all those 10 years development on NT7 to NT8. Is a waste not to put them back on NT8. It's a shame. Now, if you look now on, you see, sir, and if you open this chart, which I remember I opened it for you, now this market is going to come to the target 2 back and forth. It's going to drive every trader crazy now. Profit taken. Those are not fibs, Neil. And the reason now the market is turning around is not because of the fibs. It is profit. That's it. Let me find an ES. Has nothing to do with your fib. It is a profit. That's it. Reversal, reversal, warning, profit. Your third target has hit at between 11. And do you think it's going to go above that after 12 o'clock? So future trading is not, again, this is a proof to you now that we don't need to put our heads with the MACDs and ATR with the future market. You have to be a little bit more. You cannot trade market based on an indicator plotting signals based on the past. Very simple. You will never make it in the future trading. You can download a 20 million indicator. It doesn't matter. If you don't have the experience to predict the market or trying to understand what's going on in the market, you're shooting in the dark. One day you make it, one day you will not. You will be keep shooting it in the dark and denying yourself for um, all those. You don't have to be master with it, but that can help you manage your auto trade by having knowledge. As an example, uh, Ben, you're chasing this trade on the Nasdaq. I can see on the Nasdaq right now the timing. Also, you have to keep your eye on the clock. Ben, it's 11:42. It's lunchtime. So right now you have a trade on the Nasdaq taking $1,800 based on one trade, and is speaking to you loud and clear. Even if you don't have a fibs, is showing. Look, is showing is over. So close it. It's finished. Protect it. It's finished. There's nothing you can do about it. So that trade is about to close any minute. So it's finished. I'll put it for you and show it to you. And look, Neil. Look, Neil. That's it. The ES is dying like a candlelight right in front of you. Now, sir, even for the ES, I don't know if we're still on that trade ES. Okay, look, the ES, we're still on that trade with this ES. I mean, if you are in the trade, you are in the trade. But right now, we are dropping to the second target, 11.25. We are testing it, and that it is going to drive all the traders crazy right there. Once the profit is taken, it's dying, or some short trading start happening, and then this market, it will be going between the 15, 11, 25 until they come back from the lunch, and then probably decision already made what to do. But today they hit the target before 12. So in my experience, this ES is not going to go higher than this number for today, in my experience. Now, I don't know what the hell they're doing out there, or what they're going to come out when they're eating lunch, those market movers. I don't know if there is a news I'm not aware of. But in my experience, technically, this party is over on the ES. There is no new numbers we're going to see today, not unless if uh, something happened in the market, or something, I don't know, some news driving the market. Keep your eye on the clock. We are 15 minutes to lunchtime, and look, where is this ES? Hit the target. Amazingly, today they hit target 3, and we will see at 12 o'clock where we're gonna end on that one here. So I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna leave that trade for you. The Nasdaq, Mr. Ben, Mr. Ben, yes, sir. Sure, you're welcome. If it's any of our members, you have a question. Um, one of the things, Ben, you can do in the morning, you are a new member, when you start your market analyzer, that indicate immediately. The hardest part is how we gonna relate the message to trader and keep it simple. We can go with the alpha waves, ABCs, and you're gonna get lost, and then go through all this technical items, and I'm sure the second day you're not gonna remember any of it. You read a book, then you go the second day, you don't remember any of it. So the market comes different in a different. So when you come in the morning, try your auto trade. First of all, you turn them on a sim bin, and then try to keep your eye on the market analyzer. Two things you need to see. You don't need to be a brilliant trader to see if this one here below 200 or above 200. The average around 10 o'clock should be 250 and up on the market analyzer. Now this is normal. 493 ticks on that one here. This is normal. This is the average, should be based on the last signal. Anything below 200, that's mean we have a problem in this market. Another factor you have to see, because those are math. We are eyeballing the whole market. We're not calculating. We're just looking at support, resistance, ABCs. We are looking at the technical side. But for me, I will look, because there is a lot of coding in there, a lot of math. So first, you need to do, before you start your auto trade live, The ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, they should be in one direction first. And the 30-year Treasury bond should be the opposite direction. If those are not in sequence, don't play with the market. Don't turn on the auto trade. Wait till they are in sequence. Now everything changed because now the ES is running out, and now we have a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond, and the new signal is a buy, which is losing momentum. The ES is finished, is going the other direction, so we can see it right now, and you can see. Watch this one here. It's like a clock. 11:48. So also it is very important for those guys, a good message for those guys. Uh, for the guys very stubborn about Renko, you have to know those big guys are not using a Renko bar. Those big guys are using 15 minutes. Take it or leave it, whether you like it or not. In order for you to understand what's going on in the future, when you are trying to be a retailer and using a Renko bar, you're just shooting yourself twice in the foot. That's it. The reality cannot be changed. There is no shortcut in this business. You don't do your homework. A lack of money, lack of experience is equal to banana, is not equal to success. That is the end of it. Um, we, I ran into somebody yesterday. I was shocked. I was told that this person don't know how to trade, and that person is looking for $30,000 a day profit and don't know how to trade. So when we were talking about a couple hundred and 300, they thought they can make $30,000 a day, and they're looking for a system to make 10, 20, 30,000. And it seems like they did go somewhere wrong, because there is no way if you have $5,000 you're gonna be turning around to 30,000 a day. And when you find that system, you let me know. I'll buy one for you and buy one for me and call it off. Move to a lonely island with no mobile phone. So this myth you hear on the news or in the emails, they're gonna get you rich. And when you are on a $5,000 account, you take a Nasdaq as an example. This system here on the Nasdaq, if you go on every video we do every day, it's not accident. You will see the average around 90 ticks a day. You start crawling on the Nasdaq with the $5,000. You try to learn the Nasdaq with the $5,000 you have. You take only one contract, and then when you start getting comfortable, you get two contracts, and then you grow. You do not just get somewhere. You don't know how to walk, and you just start running. That is not going to happen in the market. And it is sad, like yesterday, immediately when we started the webinar on YouTube, I said, guys, be cautious. Today, the market is extremely sharp, and this is a day where a lot of people are going to lose money. And thanks God, most of my traders, they sit on the side and they turn on the sim. Sure enough, the end of the day, here is a guy come out. He have a couple of chart traded, and he dismissed the bad day yesterday and showing nothing but winning. So that's a new person coming in. When I'm saying there's a chop market, there is a problem with my system, he thinks. And when the other guy ignoring the chop, and out of nowhere he got a chart making $1,000. This guy is acceptable. But at the end of the day, this guy whoever is trying to turn his $5,000 to $30,000, he's gonna wake up to reality. You cannot do that in any kind of market. Forex, uh, you can be lucky once and twice, but you cannot turn $5,000 to $10,000 a day overnight. You have to grow for many years before you can do that. And some of them emotionally cannot accept the winning and losing, and that it is also have a big impact on their trading. It is very hard to distance yourself. This is the trick. I probably can afford to take 20 contracts on the DAX, but I'll only take one or two. So if I have a $5,000 account, I know I can take NASDAQ technically and ES and YM and CL probably. Depends on your broker. But then you are emotionally disturbed with it. You are going to be sweating when you are taking that trade. But when you are having a $5,000 and you are only taking the NASDAQ one trade, this is the trick, folks. You're not emotionally involved with it. You're not uh, sweating when you are taking one contract on the NASDAQ, even if it lost $50 or $100. You're not affected by it. You're not going to be using your emotions on it. And motion here, because this future market, once it penetrates your skin, is going to eat you up. When you tell to this trader to stay on a sim, learn as much as he can, he ignores the signals, and then he jump on a trade without being qualified to trade. There you go. He have a $5,000. Whether he is with us or somebody else is irrelevant. Then now he dismiss everything, and now his 5,000 is down to 4,500. Is no longer thinking clear. Now he wanted to get back his 500. Then he gets more aggressive, and now he's going deeper into more. Now he's down to 4,000 and 3,800, and now he starts running refuge himself to an auto trade. He still don't understand how the market. He's jumping from one problem to another and thinking his problems are solved. The things is we don't need to sit down behind a trader room for 1 year to learn price action, but it does not mean you totally have to ignore the market and just turn on an auto trade and then your problems are solved. The auto trades that will never, especially the swing trading, that will never miss a trade. That will never miss a trade. But when the market is not moving, you're gonna be like anybody else out there losing. When the market moving, you're gonna be making enough money to cover yesterday, as an example. Yesterday, I don't believe anybody made serious money. I don't care where you come from. I don't know which country. You can claim as much as you want. Yesterday, there was no serious money. When I was in the market from 10 to 12, nobody made serious money. And 90% of the traders, live or sim, lost money. And that is the end of it. So today, the market moving, you can see immediately the scalper above 3,000. One trade is 1,700. Yesterday, Ben, the highest number on the swing trading was $300 yesterday. The highest trade yesterday was 300. Today, the highest trade is 2,000. The second one is the NASDAQ 1,700, the ES 1,000. Yesterday, not even the DAX climbed to the 300. So this is tells you that uh, the market there is rule, not to rules. I mean, it is a very fine line because the market don't care about your rules and my rules. The market, you have to understand the trick in the market. You have to understand what's going on. Uh, for Mr. Nell, sir, if you see, now we are 11:57, sir. Did you see how the ES stayed between target 2 and target 1? 3. Look, can you see that, Neil? This one has nothing to do with your indicator. This one here, nothing to do with your auto trade. Has nothing to do. So if we have been a trade on the ES, and we still have a trade on the ES with the from the swing trading, this trade is from the swing trading. We hit target 3, and the market sit on hold. Close it. Done for today. This here, all of you, try to make money for the next half an hour on this one, and good luck with that. Has nothing to do with your auto trade. Here is in half an hour, try. Now it's 12 o'clock. In half an hour, trying to see if you can pick up one trade on the ES. You will not. You will not be able to take a trade on the ES. So those are small things, like, those small free information. I have a lady customer, a new one. Um, she's been with us maybe a week or 2 weeks. She got the same, like you did, Neil and Ben. Also, Neil is a new, Ben is a new. Do you know until now she has not used the auto trade? But she did the first things. She said, Sam, I want to learn those indicators before I start auto trade. And she got a full version like you and Neil. But she put the auto trades on the side. Yesterday, I was helping her with the scalpers. She put them on the side, but she want to learn how to trade before she use an auto trade. And she was a very impressive woman, very impressive, very determined, and she's good. She is. She knows how to read the bars, and I'm not worried about her. She's gonna be. She started right. Most of our traders, especially the new ones, uh, they never bother to open a new chart and put one indicator at the time on NT7 or NT8 to see what they have. They immediately jump on the auto trade, show me how to turn on the auto trade on and off, and that's it. They have no clue what kind of indicator they have, or they have no clue how things work. They just want to learn how to turn the auto trade on and off. That's it. That's sad, because you have the system, learn it. And we're trying to provide everything for you. So I don't see where is the problem. Folks, right on time, 12 o'clock, nothing happened. Nothing will happen on the ES. What you see, noises, and it's going to drive you crazy between 15 and 11:25. If you like what today, I'm really worn down after 2 hours. We've been 2 hours. If you like us, give us the thumb up, and that will support us. And we'll see you. I don't need to send you a link. You log in on the same channel, and you will see the event. And tomorrow we'll see you at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, as always. Okay, Ben. God bless you all. Thank you very much. And please be careful. And see you tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, the same channel. Bye for now.